Welcome to Over Caffeinated and Unfiltered, where the energy is high, the opinions are hotter, and nothing's off limits.
I'm Amber, the millennial aunt.
And I'm Trinity, the Gen Z niece.
We're here to sip our Alani, spill some tea, and say the things you're already thinking. No scripts, no filters, just two generations with way too much caffeine.
So grab your favorite flavor and let's get into it.
Welcome back to the podcast. Sorry we missed you last week, but my office was finally getting finished. So I now have a sliding barn door that you can't see, but it's like right by Trinity.
Yeah.
I have my bookshelves now. My mini fridge is back. So Trinity, you want to get us Alani's out of the fridge?
Yes. Do you want cherry twist?
Sure, that's in front, I think. So
Yes.
pick what you want.
They're both cherry twist.
And Trinity has a cute little, is yours Simply Modern?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, little holder thing. And then it's not so cold on your hand, but it stays cold. And it reminded me that I had one too from forever ago. Mine's like Corksicle brand, but here we go. Let's crack these babies open. Cheers.
My favorite.
Mm-hmm. Also, you can see mine here. I'll have Trinity get hers. We did finally get Awala water bottles. Awala water. That's hard to say.
Awala water.
But I will say I'm obsessed. I just hit my microphone. That's probably really loud for you all. But I love it.
I really love mine. I think I'm convinced to get rid of some of my Stanleys. Still I feel like Stanleys are so great as like an aesthetic.
Yeah.
Depending on like what outfit you have, like just having like your Stanley for an aesthetic is great, but it's just not.
I love this handle. Like that is the best part, is the handle.
I like how I can just throw it in a bag, throw it in my back seat.
Yeah.
Throw it wherever, falls over, nothing like.
And this isn't something that you have to deal with, but when this is closed, Charlotte can't figure out how to open it. And like there's nothing worse than your 5-year-old like backwashing some chicken nuggets into your water. And that used to happen when I used my like hydro jug cup, because she could get the straw up on that. But this, as long as I have this closed, like she can't figure out that this has to lift up and then you push the button. Yeah. So it's great. It's like childproof.
I like how you have stickers on yours already.
Shout out to TK Wholesale. I got all of these stickers there because we have gotten quite outdoorsy lately. Charlotte has to hike right now for her American Heritage Girls troop. Uh-huh. And now they've made it competitive.
Yay.
So you know I'm all about it now. There are prizes for each like group on how far they hike. So I'm like, oh, Charlotte's going to win. Because there's nothing more that Charlotte and I love than a good, healthy, even not healthy competition.
Very competitive, you two.
We are. So yes, we love Awalas. We still love our little Alani's. That's I couldn't think of it. Whew, I need to drink more.
How is Alani ever going to sponsor us if we can't remember their name?
I have no idea. And you'll notice my microphone looks extra fuzzy today because Phoebe, love her, today is her 2-year adoptiversary, but she ate the tip off my microphone. So
today marks 6 years since I met my biological father, Ben, for the first time.
Look at that. Something we have in common.
Crazy.
Today, we have an interesting topic for you. I had a different topic in mind, and then I changed it last minute. So my hair is super cute today. I did it myself, not to brag, on these little bubble braids. I will say I try to do that trendy thing. I forget what it's called. Some people call it, I think, like a dragon braid or something. Yeah. So you do like the bubble braid. You do 2 of them. And then the first one you like split in half and wrap it under the other one. Yeah. And you like fan them out or whatever. I tried that and I couldn't do it. And my elbows were like aching so bad. I don't know why, but like having to do my own hair, I don't know. It makes me feel like I have arthritis.
I've seen those dragon braids all over TikTok.
They're super cute.
I just don't do updos or styles like that. It's
I like
I'm ever interested in.
Either like on some of them it wasn't split in half evenly, or like one side like was poofier than the, and I like did one side and it looked like garbage, so I took it all out and I just did little bubble braids. but it's really because my hair is dirty.
It looks super cute.
Thank you. But it gave me an idea for today's podcast episode because Trinity's also doing my hair tomorrow, like full color and everything. And I haven't had my hair colored since like July, August, something.
August is whenever you got your extensions.
August when I got my extensions, and those are gone too. That's an over it or obsessed with it for another day, but I got over them pretty quickly. They were too heavy, and I don't leave my house.
They looked really good.
They were, but they're pricey. They require a lot of upkeep, and I did not feel like that I was out and about enough to like make it worth. Like no one saw them but my husband, and he could care less.
Yeah.
So my topic for today is like questions that I've always wondered to ask a hairstylist, and I never like felt comfortable asking my old hairstylist. Hillary's great, like I love her,
she
but
would
like
answer them.
She would answer them probably more honestly than you would.
She might have more answers than I would.
She would. She's been a hairstylist much longer than you, but personally, I feel more comfortable asking you. And it's like questions that I feel like other people might have. So I'm just gonna jump into it. So today is normally my hair wash day, which is why I have them up in these bubble braids, because I realized this morning my hair looked gross, but I didn't have time to take a shower before we did this. So like normally I would have washed my hair tonight before I went to bed, but my hair appointment's at 9 tomorrow, and you're going to wash my hair then. So do I wash my hair tonight? Because I've also heard that like sometimes like doing, I don't know, like dirty hair is better. Or does that gross you? You're like giving me a look like, please, bitch, wash your hair.
I'm just listening.
Okay. So do I wash my hair tonight? Because then you're going to wash it in the morning. And is that like too much? Because I only wash my hair like twice a week. So what do I do? Do I wash my hair before I come? Yes or no?
I will start out with, I think it depends on stylist and just what they prefer. Not what is true, but what they
there's
prefer.
Like no scientific answer, obviously.
No. So I will say some people think no, don't wash your hair before. But for me, I think that comes to an extent. Like that goes to an extent. Like don't wash your hair. If you could fry eggs on your head, wash it.
My hair's
more than 24 hours before your appointment.
Okay.
Because other people might say, which I believe, the natural oils that build up actually like kind of protects your scalp just a little bit from like the chemicals in the color.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not, but I believe that it's true. In my mind, it makes sense. So it actually kind of acts as like a protection layer on your scalp. And then second, whenever it's like too dirty, like I said, if you could fry eggs on your head because it's so greasy, then I feel like the color doesn't soak through that oil if it's too oily. And again, there's no like scientific.
Yeah. Well, and also talking about soaking in color, I would assume too that like if you have a lot of product on your hair, you would want to wash it because like if you have like
buildup is definitely big as well.
Yeah, like if you have like 7 pounds of hairspray on your hair, like the color is not gonna.
And that could lead to uneven tones in the hair. It could lead to just uneven application, even if you fully saturate it, because there's too much product or oil on the like your hair follicles, especially up at the scalp. It could cause the color to not penetrate that hair follicle as well. So, you could have missed spots or just weird places where a color will take the way that it needs to in one spot, but it might take differently in another spot.
Mm-hmm.
But if you do want to wash your hair because you feel embarrassed going in the salon with dirty hair, I recommend washing it before 24 hours from your appointment. So if your appointment is tomorrow, I would wash it Wednesday. So like if your appointment is on a Friday, wash it like Wednesday evening if you want. So that way you still have time to let your natural oil build up on Thursday, but it's not too greasy to where you're like, oh, my hair's dirty, and now I feel embarrassed having somebody touch my hair. Dirty hair on other people doesn't affect me as much as it does on me if I have dirty hair. I can't stand it on myself, but on other people, to an extent, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
So,
see, if I was going to someone else like dirty hair, like I would probably be a little bit more self-conscious. But you get my dirty hair tomorrow because one, I don't have 24 hours to wash it, but also I used to brush your dirty hair, so like I ain't concerned about you seeing mine. 9 a.m.
9 a.m. Don't wash it at 10 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, well, you're getting my
before then, but
yeah. You know me.
I know.
She knows because like at like 9:30, she starts getting all of these Instagram reels, and it's because I'm laying in bed. And then at 10 o'clock, they like stop, and I'm asleep. Yeah. All right. So on the topic of washing hair, how often should people really be washing their hair? Is like washing your hair too much an actual thing? Sounds like it is because you're like stripping the natural oils.
So overwashing can definitely be, and this is all opinion based because I know a girl who will go 3 weeks without washing her hair and it's fine.
I'm sure it depends on like your texture. Yeah, your hair and like how oily your scalp is. And
a naturally drier scalp. She has naturally curly hair, which then leads to her hair being drier. So for her, it's okay for her to build up that natural oil for 3 weeks. Overwashing is definitely an issue because it'll strip, like you said, the natural oils that you need that benefit your hair out, but underwashing it and not washing it enough can also be an issue depending on, like I said, your scalp, your hair texture, how much hair you have, because then you're risking, I'm not going to say bacteria growth, but there's so many different scalp infections and diseases that you can get from, I feel like, not washing your hair enough.
So your best bet is probably to like when you're at a hair appointment and your stylist like can get an idea of like your hair texture and your scalp to like ask them like one-on-one
what they would recommend.
Yeah.
So you definitely want to go off of like your hair texture because like for me, I have a similar hair texture to the girl that I was talking about who goes 3 weeks without washing her hair. I can't do that because one, I can't stand having greasy looking hair and I can't stand the feeling of it. But two, I have scalp psoriasis, which is an autoimmune disease. So I have scalp psoriasis, I have little patches right now up here in the back. And you would think that the oils would hydrate them because it's just dry scabs basically. And you think it would help. For me personally, it doesn't. It makes it itchier for me. So I have to wash my hair every other day, every 2 days.
Well, and you have a special like shampoo or something too, right? That helps treat it.
Shampoo that does help with the flare-ups. But like I said, it just depends on the kind of scalp that you have. Like if you have a sensitive scalp, I wouldn't overdo it.
Yeah.
Because then, you can cause, inflammation and sensitivity.
I do not know anyone in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, so we're going to ignore that call.
But like I said, underwashing it and not washing it enough, or not washing it well enough can hurt too. Because like cradle cap that you see on babies a lot, I've seen it on adults because they're not scrubbing their head well enough. And it's causing your cradle, it causes your little flakes because you're not scrubbing hard enough. And I feel like that's one issue.
Because you have to exfoliate.
Yes. And I feel like some people are too, especially on babies, they're too scared because they think they're sensitive and fragile. No. Scrub the crap out of their head if you want that cradle cap to not be there. They can withstand it, I promise.
All right. Good to know. I'm going to ask you tomorrow after you, or with my hair, how often I should be washing my hair. Because I could be under or over washing it. I have no idea. Yeah. So my next question is, I am the type of person that I know that I want to get my hair done, but I typically don't have like a hard and fast, like, oh, this is what I want done to it. Like, I'm just like, oh, it's been a while. I should get my hair done. And like, I don't know what I want. And like, I used to just like tell Hillary, or like I've told you before, like, well, what do you think will look good? Like, oh, should I do this or that? And like, I don't know about the color. Like, what do you think is going to look best? And do stylists, or you like that? Or do you prefer that someone like comes in with like a photo, or like they know what they want?
So for me, I'm going to say it depends. For like my men's cuts, bring me a flippin' picture. Because half the time they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know guard sizes. They don't know what guard size is going to do what. They don't know what kind of style they want. They don't know in general what they want or what they're talking about. So if you are wanting some meticulous fade, bring me a picture. If you want a certain style, like the modern mullet, bring me a picture. Don't explain it to me because you're not going to know what you're talking about. And then there's going to be a confusion there.
One of the rubber bands on my bubble braid just snapped.
You did.
Yeah, I did. I could feel it.
You got one giant braid.
One giant bubble.
Like for men, I always, unless you're just like a standard, I want a number one fade.
Yeah, I feel like,
and you get the same thing every single time. That's fine.
I feel like my dad, like your papaw, like he could tell you exactly what he wants.
Yeah, like he knows what he wants. He doesn't get anything fancy. But if you're wanting a fancy fade or some certain type of style because you saw it on TikTok or you saw it wherever, bring a picture and not an AI picture. Because AI is getting so bad. I can make it look similar, but your hair will never flow or look exactly like that picture because it's AI.
Okay, so what about women? Because, anyway, I'm a woman. I feel like our listeners.
For women, I feel like you have to really dissect a picture if they bring in the picture. Because they, a lot of times, don't know what they want. Or they'll tell you that they want that, and you'll confirm over and over and over and over again that that's what they want. You'll do it, and then now they're mad. Because it's not what they want. Yeah. Because you have to really dissect the picture. You have to look at the length. You have to look at the layers. You have to look at the length of the layers. You have to look at the bangs or whatever, extra stuff is in the picture. You have to really dissect it with each individual client. But it can sometimes be annoying because, you're just ready to, go. Yeah. Like you've had a long day or something, and you're just ready to, get it done.
Well, and I feel like, too, for me in the past, when I've brought in a picture, like, sometimes the stylist has been up front and be like, Amber, you have a lot of hair. And this, in this photo, she has thin hair. Like, your hair's not going to lay like that.
Exactly. So that is one, unless you're just running, a basic trim, just a little, touch up, shape it back up, that's fine, because we can go off of what's previously there. But if you're wanting something different, because you want to switch it up, pictures are always nice because that gives us a better idea of what you want. Mm-hmm. That gives us a better standard of where we need to be, like a baseline of where we need to be. And then from there, we can dissect it. So whether it's a color or a cut, or even a style, we can be like, what do you like about that? What do you not like about that? What do you want different than in this picture? But not only that, but like you said, we can look at your hair and we can look at the hair in the picture and we can be like, that's not going to work. Because especially with updos, that's one reason why I don't like updos. Because people will bring in a picture and they'll have extensions in. So their hair looks super thick. It can do the style because
they have enough hair for it.
You have enough hair for it. But then they don't want to pay for extensions, or they don't want to do extensions at all. And so from there, no, we can do that, but it's not going to look like that. Right. Because you don't have enough hair for it. So it adds time onto the service if you're doing a consistent, solid consultation to understand where we need to be and what goal we want to achieve. But I'll always recommend pictures because that always sets a baseline of what we're wanting and what we need to get to, and then we can tweak it from there.
As a stylist, though, do you enjoy or do you not enjoy someone like me who comes in and just kind of gives you a little bit of creative freedom where I'm just I want to color my hair and I want it cut, but what do you think looks good? Well, yes. This is unfiltered, okay? We are over caffeinated and unfiltered.
If I'm being completely honest,
You hate it, don't you?
I hate it. Unless it's a man. Because then I'm like, yeah, I'm going to make you look good. Because I personally specialize in men's cuts.
Yeah.
I could do men's cuts and kids' cuts all day. Fuck women. Sorry, I'm just going to say it. Women are so picky, and I can say that because I'm a woman, and I don't dislike doing women's hair, and I will always do a woman's hair because I want them to feel good about it.
You're always going to do my hair.
And I'm always going to do your hair, but sometimes they can just be so nitpicky. Or they'll be like, yes, I want you to have creative freedom, and then you do creative freedom because you're like, ooh, this looks good. And then they're like,
I hate it.
I don't like it. And I'm like, maybe you should have shown me what you wanted then.
Perfect.
So, if it's a man, yeah, give me creative freedom. I promise you, I will get you girls. If you're a woman,
okay, so
tell me what you want.
Yeah, with us picky women, which, I mean, I was going to ask a question, but you kind of touched on it, on like people coming in with like unrealistic expectations of like wanting this like hairstyle that they don't have enough hair for, or like someone who wants to go like from black to platinum in like one session.
I don't do that, so.
Yeah. But if a client isn't happy with their hair, what's the best way for them to bring it up? Not on Facebook.
So one thing that clients have to understand, yes, we went to school for it. Yes, we have the training for it, but we're not perfect human beings. We will always get something wrong. We will always have a misunderstanding of what you're wanting. And sometimes I can fall back on the stylist if they're not having a clear enough consultation of what people want. But just be honest. You don't have to be rude about it. Like, don't be rude. First of all, just don't be rude. Because you have to understand that that stylist just took 4 hours or 6 hours or 8 hours on your hair. And it's okay to not like it. If there's something that you want different, be honest, but be respectful. Like, don't be rude and be like, no, you suck. Don't be rude and go blast them on Facebook, because now you're ruining all of their future business. Which, unless they completely like fried your hair off your bald, blast them.
But it's like, for me, that's what like I give creative freedom, because like if I don't like my hair, like it's hair, it's gonna grow back. I'll do something different in like a couple months.
But unless they seriously messed up your hair and like risk the integrity of your hair, because I always tell people I will never risk the integrity of your hair. If your hair is not wanting to do it, we'll revisit it in a few weeks. But I'm not gonna push past where your hair wants to go in one sitting, like the dark to platinum. If your hair is not gonna want to be where it needs to be, you're gonna have to go through that weird phase, and you're gonna have to understand that we're beauticians and we're not magicians. We can't make your hair go from box dye black to platinum blonde in one setting without frying your hair.
Yeah.
So you might have to be a little coppery. You might have to be a little yellow. You're gonna have to go through weird stages to get to where you want to be, but your stylist will get you there. She just doesn't want to fry your hair off. So just be respectful. But if you don't like something, tell them then. Don't leave and be upset and go post a TikTok. Don't leave and not say anything and then come back 2 days later. If there's something wrong that you don't like, tell them now while they still have the either time to fix it, or if they don't have the time to fix it, now they know, and now they can make you kind of a first priority of getting you to where you want to be because you didn't like something. We can always tweak something, but you just have to be honest. And you also, like, most stylists, in my opinion, all stylists, if there's something you don't like, should just, if they have the time, do it then, or if they have to do it another day, that should be free, or at least discounted, depending on like if you have
the situation,
products and the situation, it varies. But it should always be at least free or discounted, in my opinion. But you also can't expect that if you leave and then you come back 2 days later and you're like, oh hey, I just got my hair done 2 days ago. I don't like it. I need you to fix it for free.
Well, and I think it also needs to be clear, like, because for me, if I come in tomorrow and I'm like, oh, Trinity, like, do what you want, and then I'm like, oh, but I hate it, like, you shouldn't have to do it again for free because, like, I wasn't clear to you on what I wanted.
Yeah.
So I want to set that so that like I don't want
if
you and other stylists to get like taken advantage of and get like 2 haircuts for the price of one.
If you're like, oh yeah, you just do whatever you want, like I don't know, so you just do whatever you want, and then you hate it, just keep in mind you told them to do whatever they wanted.
Yeah.
So if you hate it, that's not on the stylist. That's on you because you weren't clear on what you wanted. You didn't have a picture. You didn't have any idea, and you told the stylist to do what you want. So if you do that, don't expect us to do anything for free after that. Because, and I don't mean that in like a rude, disrespectful way, but we're also not going to let you take advantage of our time and our money. Because one thing that's become really popular is a lot of people who don't do hair hating on stylists for the prices that they charge.
Yeah.
You have to understand, our products that we have to pay for go up every 6 months to a year. So every 6 months to a year, we have to continue to pay more for the stuff that we have to use on your head for you to have healthy, good-looking hair. So if you see your stylist is having a price increase, or you think, oh, they're charging too much for a color. Yeah, they're not using the full thing on your head, but like a liter of a developer that we have to use for your color, that's like $30 now. A tub of bleach, like $40. Like the products individually range from like $20 to $40.
Yeah, plus like the shampoo and the conditioner and like the stuff like the heat protectant and everything that you're putting on to like style their hair after it's all done.
Yeah, like so you have to take that into consideration. And the way that I like to explain it
and
is,
your crazy expensive scissors. Like,
yeah, so I will say the shears that I use, I bought 2 new shears whenever I started doing food print. I bought a pair of regular cutting shears and a pair of texturizing shears. For 2 pairs of shears that are going to last me a lifetime, they're great quality, a little overpriced, but they will last me a lifetime, $1,200.
and you have to pay to have them sharpened.
And anytime I need them sharpened, I do have to pay $45 to get them shipped off. But that's because a lot of the vans that like to go around to salons are like, oh, do you need your shears sharpened? They'll purposely put notches whenever they sharpen them in your shears to make them dull out faster. So then they know to come back in 3 to 6 months and charge you again. But whenever you
What
do
a
it,
scam.
so like the brand that bought my shears are Concept, and they will last me a lifetime. They get shipped off to a professional like facility where they sharpen them. They'll give you a pair of shears to replace the ones.
Oh, so that you don't go without.
Yeah, so you don't go without. So most of the time they will give you like a pair of shears to like
borrow
like on loan until they come back. So that's one thing, like whenever I was talking to the guy, yes, it's a lot of money and I did do payments on them, but the quality is great. They haven't dulled out, and I've had them for almost a year. Haven't needed them sharpened yet. The quality is great. They will last me a lifetime. Like my grandkids could probably still use these shears in the future if they ever wanted to do hair.
But I just wanted to bring it up as like something like, even if you're coming in for like a haircut and you're like, oh, but they're not using product on my hair, like how do they charge so much for a haircut? Like you're not
my
getting
shears were $1,000.
yeah, that's why. And like they're not cutting your hair with like scissors from Walmart that they got for $50. Like, come on now.
No, like
Or from Sally's Beauty, whatever. Anyway.
But that's just one thing I wanted to address too, like from a hairstylist, like especially doing a price increase currently, like starting April 1st, we're not just pulling prices out of our butts just to charge you. And I break it down as like, okay, if you need work done on your car, you have to not only pay for the price of the things that you need for your car,
like the parts
that you need for your car, but you also have to pay labor costs.
Yeah, you're paying the mechanic to do it. I just broke another rubber band.
So, whenever you're going to a stylist to get your hair professionally done, you're paying for your parts, your product, but you're paying for the time that it takes to. Because we also have to come out even or more. Like, we still have to make a profit. We still have to
right, because that's like your money. That's your salary.
Like, I will say, I don't get paid. Like, yes, I make the money that I get off of services, but I don't get paid. I don't see that money because all that money goes into products and tools.
Right, because you're building your business.
Because I'm building my business and I don't have a solid clientele. So whenever my prices for a women's haircut goes from $25 to $35, that's because my time is not benefiting for the previous price. Because if you have thick long hair, and I'm washing it, and I'm blow drying it, and I'm cutting it, and I'm styling it, that's an hour and a half.
Yeah.
For
and you've used,
that doesn't even cover half of the product.
Right, because like along with just cutting it, like you've used shampoo, conditioner, some sort of heat protectant, and like
some type
whatever.
of blow dry spray or serum so your hair's not frizzy.
Yeah.
And then
like if you curl it, you're gonna put a little bit of like hairspray or something in it so that the curls hold.
Spray to make it look good.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a cheap industry to be in, and we don't just pull prices out of our butts. So if you don't want to pay that price, don't pay that price. Go to someone cheaper.
Go to Great Clips.
Just always know that you're gonna pay for what you get.
All right. I got more questions.
Oh goodness. Okay.
All right. What is, because you talked about like someone trying to go from like box black dye to platinum blonde. So what is, other than that, what is the biggest mistake that people make when it comes to their own hair care?
Like at home?
Yes. Yeah, like at home. What are they doing to their hair that they shouldn't? Or not doing to their hair that they should?
Always use a heat protectant. I don't care if you're blow drying it. Use a freaking heat protectant.
I'm so bad about that.
Because whenever you put a lot of heat on your hair and you just gotta trim, and then like the week after you put heat on your hair every single day, but you're not using heat protectant, you're like, oh, my ends are crispy again. Because you just fried them. Heat protectant might not always work the best, but that's also another thing. You get what you pay for. So if you're spending $10 on shampoo and conditioner, you're gonna get results for $10 conditioner.
Oh, see, that was my next question: is how do you feel about people using drugstore shampoo versus like salon shampoo?
There are some that are great that you can get at Walmart that are great. Like my friend, she uses the Native brand.
Yeah,
it makes your
I love Native. I have
makes
Native.
Hair gorgeous. Even the supply store will still sell like some L'Oreal products. There are good L'Oreal products that you can get. The Heritage brand, I personally like the Heritage brand. I don't think it's that bad. But if you're using Pantene,
yeah, I guess
I'm gonna tell you right now that ain't sulfate free.
Yeah, I guess that was more my thing, is not like drugstore to salon, but like good versus
bad.
Not good.
Don't use Pantene. If you're using Pantene, don't tell me, because I'm gonna get triggered really quick.
You're triggered right now.
I'm so triggered because.
All right, next question. What's something you wish that clients would stop doing before they come to a hair appointment?
Don't text me at 10 o'clock at night wanting an appointment. Don't text me.
No, I just mean like me, like, should I stop, like, don't come in with your hair already in bubble braids, like, get that shit out. Like if they already have an appointment, what is something that they should not do before they come in? Like, don't style your hair with a bunch of hairspray. Like, what should they not do?
Don't put any more hairspray in your hair.
Like, don't do that. Don't style your hair.
Style. Like, we're gonna get you fixed up.
But you should just come in, like, with your hair down.
How you are. And one thing too is, if you want to wear makeup to your appointment, that's fine. I don't care, girl. You want to wear your makeup, wear your makeup. But if you're getting mad at me because whenever I'm washing your hair, trying to get all the color off your hairline, and you'll have discoloration because your foundation is too dark or whatever.
Yeah, or you have your foundation like in your hair because you're like me and you have these like big peak things.
Yeah, and that's fine, but don't get mad whenever your makeup doesn't turn out. Like whenever it's messed up after.
I promise that I'll take out all of these rubber bands before I come to you.
But don't feel like you have to come in with some elaborate style, because one, now we have to take that down. And then if you put product in it, nobody ever wants to have to wash your hair, blow dry it, and then color it because you've got too much hairspray. And we're going to get you fixed up anyway, so there's no need for you to curl your hair or put it in some elaborate style that now we have to take down, or we have to get out all these little rubber bands. Like, just don't.
All of mine are going to break for you before this podcast is even over.
And I'm not even going to lie. Whenever your appointment is at, I don't know, 10:30, don't come at 10:30. You can, because that's whenever your appointment starts. But I'm not gonna lie. Stylists like whenever you show up early because we know that you're there, even if we don't come down as soon as you get there. We just like to know that you are in fact gonna be there.
Am I your first appointment tomorrow at 9 a.m.? Would you like Starbucks or Alani? What? You gotta give me Starbucks or Alani.
Oh, I don't care either.
Okay. And I'll be there early because I'm dropping Shar off at school at 8:30.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say, your stylist always likes whenever you come early because
and when they
now
bring
we know that you are there and we don't have to be sitting there like looking at the clock like, okay, it's 15 minutes past the time that their appointment's supposed to start because we all understand that things happen. And that's okay.
On the subject,
you can't get there early.
I gotta cut you off. You are just on a rant.
I'm on it today.
You are.
This is my second.
She is very over caffeinated today, friends. All right, next question on the subject of treating your stylist. How much should people be tipping their hairstylist? Is 20% still the standard? Long chug.
So I will say, a lot of stylists live off of tips. But that's the same with servers.
I feel like my children are about to come through the ceiling.
Tipping, people have different opinions about tipping. Some people feel like they don't have to tip. Some people feel like it's like a privilege to tip. Like, if you were good, I'll tip you. If you were bad, I'm not going to tip you. We have to understand people do live off of those tips. Because the money that we make from the service, that goes back into products, rent, whatever. The tips, like the way that I set it up, like my tips come to me if it's like cash.
Yeah.
You know, like I keep my cash. So I will say, like, whenever I break down, because like on my Square app that I use for like card transactions, it always pops up like 15%, 20%, and 25%. I think are like the option, and then like custom tip. So like if my haircut is $20, I think 20% puts that at like a $4 tip.
Yeah.
So no, that's not a lot. I think 20% has always been the standard. And it's not that we don't appreciate tips, because we do. But I'm never gonna tell somebody how much to tip. Because like I know this world nowadays, like everything is expensive, so I understand like if you can tip more one time and not as much the next. Like I get that.
Yeah, because like if someone comes in and they get like their hair colored or whatever, it's $100. Like 20% on that's $20.
Yeah. So like I get that. But I think you should tip what you feel is right. But I wouldn't do less than 20%. Like, because I feel like that's the standard.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that you have to tip 20% because I'm never going to tell somebody what to tip. But I feel like you should tip what you feel is right, but that it shouldn't be under the standard of 20%. Because even though, like, the standard might be raised nowadays, which if it is, I don't know what the standard is, if it's like 25.
Yeah.
But for the longest time, it's always been 20%. So if you feel like they did better than a 20% tip, do it. That's fine. If they gave you a chop job or they fried your hair off, I understand not tipping. But if you like what you get, like I wouldn't tip under 20%. But like I said, I understand like times are tough. Like I get it. If you can only afford a $35 haircut and you can't really afford tip, it is what it is. Like I can't force you to tip. I can't tell you how much I want you to tip me. Just like I can't tell people I prefer cash or that I don't, or I prefer check or I prefer credit card or whatever. Like I can't tell you my preferred payment method. Just like I can't tell you how much I prefer to be tipped. Like it just doesn't feel right. Like I'm not gonna be that stylist where it's like your service is $50 today. How much are you gonna tip? Because then I feel like that comes off of, okay, well, depending on how much I tip you, if I didn't tip you as much as you wanted, does that mean that your effort on my hair is going to go down next time? Like, are you going to put in less effort into my hair? You know, like, I don't want people to think of it like that. Or like, okay, if I tip you this, and that's not what you want, are you going to mess up my hair? Are you not going to do as a quality job? Like, I don't want people to ever feel bad. Like, whenever people hand me cash, I don't count it. I trust that at least the price of the service is there. Whenever people do credit cards and like they're putting in their tip, I always try not to look at it because I don't want them to think I'm like, oh, how much you tipping? And even though at the end it'll tell me like the total that they tipped, I always just try and like swipe out of the app and like I don't pay attention.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be that person, that stylist that comes off as judgy based off how much you tip. Because I don't want that to reflect me or people to think like, oh, well, I only took her like $5 this time, you know. She saw that, so is she mad at me? Is she gonna?
That week could have been tough for somebody, you know?
Like that week could have been tough for somebody. Like my best friend is a single mom, like so. Like whenever I think about her, like yeah, weeks are tougher than others. Like I get that. If you had to prioritize extra snacks that week at the grocery store, and so now that cut your tip off $5-10, like.
And at least they came in for the appointment and didn't cancel the appointment,
and
you know?
Like, I just appreciate all my clients for showing up, supporting me, rebooking, sharing my stuff, like even just friending me on Facebook. Like, I just appreciate you supporting me and showing up to the appointment. As far as tips go, yes, we live off of them. Yes, we appreciate them. But I'm never going to force somebody to tip me if they can't or don't want to or whatever. Like, I just appreciate you coming to the appointment and not cancel. So.
All right, next question. I have 3 more. Let's get through them. Do hairstylists, or, you know, you, because you can't speak for everybody, enjoy small talk with like new people who come in, or do you secretly wish that we'd all just sit there quietly?
I think just like a client, it just kind of depends on the day. Like with my clients, I try and get a read off of how they're feeling that day.
Or if they are like,
if they want to talk or if they just want to sit in silence.
Yeah.
Because I don't care either way. If you want to talk, we can talk. I don't care if it's about nothing. Like, I don't care if it's just ranting. We'll talk. But if I kind of pick up the vibe, like, you're not really feeling it.
This is your moment of peace.
Like, kind of. But, like, I also understand, like, you could have just had a really rough phone call right before the appointment. Didn't want to cancel, still showed up, but you just need that silence.
Yeah.
Or something exciting could happen in your life and you want to talk about it. So I just try and go, me personally, I just try and go off of the vibes of, like how my clients are. Like, I have one client, like, he doesn't care to talk, but I always have to kind of initiate everything, or else we will just sit in silence. And that can be awkward. So I try and just throw something in.
Every now and then.
Because like, I feel like he doesn't really care to talk or like not talk. Like, I just have to initiate it with him, which is fine. But I just try and throw stuff in here and there. So like, yeah, me personally, I go off of vibes and what I'm feeling from you. And sometimes I can get that wrong. But if I feel like they don't want to talk and they're not initiating the conversation, then I'm not going
to. As a client, I am someone who appreciates a lot of small talk. Like, I feel awkward sitting there in silence, but I will share just to a stylist that it does like give me anxiety when a stylist tries to talk to me while they're blow drying my hair, because I feel like I'm screaming at them and that everybody else can hear me. Yeah.
We don't mind it. And even other stylists around, like, I can only vouch for like where I work. I can't vouch for other salons. No one cares.
Okay.
Half the time, I doubt anybody else is paying attention because they're kind of in their own little world with their client.
Yeah.
Like, my station is right next to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And people like to ask me if anyone's in the bathroom. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm literally working on my client.
I'm focused. I'm in the zone.
To cut my finger off, so
yeah.
You have hands off. I don't know.
What's the weirdest request that you've ever had from a client?
at my old salon, and I don't even remember who it was. So, for anybody who doesn't know, a zero guard is bald.
Yeah, that's my husband.
And then, well, like, it's down to, like, a stubble.
Okay.
It's, like,
Yeah.
less than a stubble, but it's still there. And then there's a half guard, which is a little bit more than a stubble, and then a one guard, which is probably, like, that much hair. Like, not a lot.
Yeah.
Like, it's the shortest you can go without really being bald. So I had a guy who had like longer on top, and he wanted it short on the side. So he wanted a one guard all the way up the side and the back to like here and here. And he just wanted this.
It's like a little strip in the middle.
So like
for those that are listening and not watching Trinity's
like
hand motions.
Like
a landing strip.
in the middle. And a lot of people don't know, like a fade. You know, you fade it up to a longer length.
Yeah.
Because you're doing longer on the top.
Yeah.
So it blends.
Right.
So if you're just doing one solid length up to the top, there's nothing to blend.
Right.
So
that's gonna be.
Man just wanted a landing strip on his
head.
I don't remember who he was.
But it wasn't like a mohawk either, right?
No, it was not a mohawk.
Yeah. Oh, because he had it all in the back too, like shape. So it was just like a little.
It wasn't even a faux mohawk. Like it was like literally a square on the top of his head. Not even like a flat top. Which I don't even know how to do those. So if you ever request that,
don't come to Trinity for a flat top.
No. Don't do it.
Alright. But you've never had someone come in and be like, give me blue and purple peacock hair or anything crazy?
No, because I don't.
Yeah, I noticed when you posted your color thing, which I'm taking.
Swear people knew.
No, I like the way you did that instead of just because I would not know as a stylist. I'd be like, don't come to me for weird colors. You called it fashion colors. I was like, oh, that's a nicer way to put it.
Don't come to me for the pinks, the reds, the purples, blues, greens.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Fashion colors is a very polite way.
Don't ask me for the rainbow. I won't give it to you.
No. Okay. One last question. Again, remember.
Oh gosh, I feel like you saved the best for last.
I did. We are unfiltered. You have to be honest. What is it like doing my hair? Am I a good client, or do I do things that drive you crazy?
No, you're a good client.
Really?
Yeah, Hillary said the same thing, and Julie said the same thing. Remember the first time Julie did your hair and you rebooked? You already, like, after that appointment, like, rebooked your install? She's like, your aunt's a really good client, and I'm really excited to have her. She already booked her next appointment.
Oh.
Yeah. So, yeah, everybody who's done your hair at the salon always says that you're a good client. I think Hillary misses you. I know she misses you.
Oh.
But then she loves you.
Yeah.
She loves you guys, and she said the same thing. So.
I know, that's like the sad thing about, like, I don't know.
Doing hair.
Yeah, it is. It's the sad thing about you doing hair, Trinity.
Well.
Yeah, it's like there's so many good stylists that I love, and like.
Why didn't I become a pet groomer?
Or just do pedicures. Your face. You're like, I'm not touching feet.
After Prosser, whenever some lady asked me to dig the toenail fungus out of her toes.
Oh God.
Cut out her ingrown toenail. I'm never touching somebody's feet again. I tried to mark that I did like 12 pedicures in one day, and my teacher was like, "Pretty, I haven't seen you touch a single foot." Like, what are you saying? I'm like, "Oh, I did it. I promise, I did it. I did it."
You just didn't want to touch any more feet?
I'm over feet. I've never liked feet. I don't like my own feet.
But there's so many good stylists, and I love all of them. And like, I loved Julie, and I loved going to Julie. But I just couldn't, and I like felt so guilty. Like I put off telling her that I wanted to take my extensions out for so long because like I didn't want to hurt her feelings.
No, I think she gets it.
Yeah, and I still have them.
You're not the only person that's done that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not thinking it happens a lot. She has a lot of like clients who love their extensions and
they
like can't live without them.
Yeah.
But there are people who want to, they want to experience it and they want to try it.
Yeah.
But a lot of times you have to think extensions are a luxury service.
Yeah.
So yeah, they are pricey and people are gonna pay them or not pay them, and that's okay. But then a lot of the times it's not even really about price. It's just they want to be able to put their hair up better.
Yes.
Like they don't really style their hair enough that extensions are worth it. Or a lot of like the biggest thing that I feel like gets people with extensions is if you wash it or get them wet, you have to blow dry them.
Yeah, and see, I am a lazy person when it comes to my hair.
It's definitely high maintenance, and that maintenance gets to people because, like, you cannot leave them wet. Like, I just saw on TikTok, this guy, he had this girl who wasn't blow drying her extensions after getting them wet, and her hair was knotted and matted. She was brushing it.
Yeah.
Whenever he took the weft out, there was mold.
Oh God. All right.
So I get.
Well, I'm glad to hear that I'm a good client, but that's awesome. I can't wait to get my hair done tomorrow.
Now that you know you're a good client.
Now that I know I'm a good client, even though I don't know what I want, I'm not bringing you a photo. And I'm not washing my hair, but I hope I'm still a good client. Okay. All right. So I guess we'll end with our obsessed or over it segment because I realize that we've been doing this for a long time. I'm like trying to look how long. I feel like this is a long episode. I don't know.
An hour?
Is it really? I couldn't tell if that said 30 or 50. Oh my God.
I think it's yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's
Longest
a long one because
longest
we combined 2 episodes.
We did because we missed last week. Yeah. So our last segment that we'll end on is our over it or obsessed with it. And I realized this week that every time we've done this segment, I've always been over it. Like I've never shared something where like maybe a listener would be like, oh, I should try that. Like I'm always like, don't do this. I'm over it. So I found one today that I am obsessed with, and that is like at home dermaplaning. I'm obsessed with it.
I dermaplane my face twice a week.
Yeah.
If not more.
So I was buying like
I can't stand it. Whenever I can see it in like the light reflection, like I'm getting ready, I can see like little peach fuzz. I'm like,
yeah, and like your makeup like magnifies it. Yeah. And so I was buying like this like I forget what brand it was, but it was like a pack of like razors at Walmart for it. But I kept getting like Instagram ads for the Jill razor, which has like this magic spray that you spray on your face and it like makes all of the peach fuzz on your face stand out. It does not work as well as a video, so I will share that. Like I got it, I tried it. Maybe I'm not doing it right, but
I don't have that spray, but I use like the Kitsch.
Oh yes, yeah.
They have dermaplane like.
Yes, I've seen those. Yeah.
It comes in like a pack of 10 or something.
Yeah.
And I get those, and you can actually find them at Marshall's for like $7.
Oh, well, I like the Jill razor a lot, and it comes with different lengths of the razor. Yeah.
Like the same like eyebrow.
Yeah. The Jill razor like has a long blade or a short blade, and it has like a special wipe. Yes. Yeah. Or like on your face, like you use the longer one, and you're not like it doesn't take as long because the blade's longer. Like on like this side where I get my the most peach fuzz.
One night where I came home at 2 a.m. and decided that
oh yes.
dermaplane.
And you shaved off your eyebrow.
I shaved half my eyebrow off.
I remember seeing you at church after that.
And I had to fill in my eyebrows for like a month.
But the Jill one comes with like this cloth to like clean your blade on. That's super nice. That you can like throw it in the washing machine like it's like a thing. And then it comes with like a serum to put on after.
Oh.
And it has like a little carrying case, like a travel like little thing. It's not bad. It's not. I'll send you the link. Like I can't remember, but like less than $20. And I got I got the magic spray stuff for free. I will. And you get like this face wipe oil thing that you do first. So you do like the oil first because it keeps you from like getting razor burn. Like, and it helps the blade like glide better, helps make sure you don't like cut your face.
Oh,
so
I just do my brow because I'm lazy.
Oh yeah, no. Mm-mm. That's like me with my hair.
But like, I also have like,
yeah.
It's not rude, but younger skin. So
yes.
Like, I feel like, because like Julie at the salon, like other girls have said like, oh yeah, I tried to dermaplane, but it would like break my face out, or it would like irritate my face.
Yeah.
Even with like a new razor, or like even with like a serum. And I think it definitely depends on like people's skin types, but like they're older than me, like not by a lot. Like one of the girls is only like a few years older than me, but like the same thing. So like I think it just kind of depends. I
think so too. But like my skin's been fine. I actually think it's helped my acne doing it because it takes off.
Exfoliate.
Yes, and it like takes off like the dead skin too. Like it makes your cell turnover or whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm obsessed with dermaplaning at home.
So my OG or obsessed, I feel like only some people can relate because it's eyelash extensions. So if you've had them, you know. If you don't have them, I recommend. I know they're pricey. Go to Lisa's Lash Lounge. She will not get you wrong. She will get you right. But I love mine because I feel like here lately I've been wearing more makeup because my skin has been really weird and like breaking out, and I'm too self-conscious to go without makeup. But I never feel like I have to do a full face unless I absolutely just want to.
Yeah.
Because I don't have to worry about like mascara was always so annoying for me because I have such straight short lashes that curling them, like, they'd fall flat again. The mascara would clump. Even if I got the expensive ones, they would still clump. They wouldn't make them look long, like, just because my lashes were so short and straight. So I like having the lash extensions because whenever my skin is clear, I don't mind just putting on a little bit of concealer under my eye. And, like, you know, just spot concealing, maybe, like, a little bit of blush to add more color into my skin. And then, like, a chapstick, and I'm ready to go. Like, today, I have, like, the e.l.f. Glow sunscreen.
Yeah.
And I use that as a base. I used a little bit of concealer, and I used blush.
Your makeup's so pretty.
And I just, like, I didn't do a full face, but like, I feel like that's all I need.
I
like,
wish
I've cut out foundation for the most part, unless I just feel like my skin is uneven toned.
So I don't use like a quote unquote real foundation anymore. So Ageless Agape.
Somebody was telling me
local company, the tallow. Yeah, shout out to Nicole.
It's supposed to like
love her. It's the only thing. Yeah, it does not break my face out, and it blends in like butter. Like it's like. I can't remember, but it's on her site. I'll send you that link too. But I bought it, like, she sets up at like all the festivals. She's everywhere. Nicole's the best. But yeah, I use her foundation, and the light one, like, it matches perfectly. It blends in super smooth. It doesn't get all cakey. I don't feel like it's like
heavy.
No, like, I don't feel like I have it on my face at all. And it has like antioxidant properties. Like,
and
it's
all
incredible.
Stuff is made from beef fat, isn't it?
I prefer to say beef tallow. It sounds nicer than beef fat, but
I'm just being honest. We keep it real.
Yeah. And she uses like high quality like oils in it and everything, and there's like there's no chemicals, there's no like artificial fragrance or crap like that in there.
That's what we were all just talking about it the other day.
But I use her moisturizer, and then I use that, and then I'm waiting because like I have like is it Dime Beauty, maybe? I don't remember. I have this big like stick thing that's like a contour on one side, blush on the other. The contour side is completely empty now. I'm like digging my finger into it and like rubbing it on. But she has like blush, contour, and highlighter sticks too, and I want to switch all of my makeup over to her. But I didn't want to throw away like.
You don't want to waste stuff.
Yeah, I didn't want to like waste stuff that's like high quality makeup from like Ulta. But like, yeah, like as I've like ran out of like my old like Walgreens Walmart makeup, like I haven't replaced that stuff yet. Cause she brought on like a girl who like, gosh, I forget what kind of degree that she has that's like helping her with the makeup line, but like all of the pigments and all of that. And like the pigments are all natural but on the lash extensions, I wish that I could be obsessed with them. I tried them because, like Trinity, I have very short, stick out straight eyelashes. My daughter was blessed with beautiful eyelashes, and I hope that she gets to keep them forever. So I got them, but I am someone who, and I've probably done it a million times on this podcast too, I touch my eyes and rub my eyes constantly. So for me, it wasn't worth it. Because Well, see, when I did it though, and I don't know, maybe it was I'm not going to be negative. But yeah, mine fell out all the time. And like one time it was like the day after I got them, which granted I'm someone who like I rub my eyes a lot, and like I am like a side stomach sleeper and stuff. So like I'm probably a little rougher on my eyelashes than most people, but I had like one side, like that whole side, like half my eyelashes all fell out like the next day.
I do that too. We've shared a bed before. You know I move.
God, does she?
I kid. Colin hates it. Colin said the biggest bed that you can possibly buy, we need that.
Yeah.
So he's like, I don't want to touch you. I don't want to feel you in the bed.
That's me. I'm like, no, get away from me. And then I had a child, and she sleeps on top of me every night. Fun times. But yeah, so I wanted to be obsessed with eyelash extensions, but like the price of like going and getting them like filled in just wasn't worth it to me because I felt like they constantly they fell out as quickly as I filled them in. But maybe I need to try them again.
Yeah. Because I think I'm one referral away from a free fill-in.
So Trinity is like, go now.
This is Shiloh Best at Lisa's Lash Lounge. That's our shameless plug for today. Mm-hmm. Lisa's Lash Lounge.
And Ageless Agape.
And Ageless Agape. Oh my gosh, Ageless Agape.
And Shop Magpie before they close. How did we not bring that up? Yeah. Okay, they're not closing. You will still be able to shop Magpie online and at like the Mercantile place in New Albany. But their Cordon storefront is closing, and Trinity scored some hecka deals. I'm trying not to cuss on this podcast so we don't get the little explicit thing. I don't know why that's so important to me, but right now it is. So anyway.
We unfiltered over here.
So. Score some hella deals at Magpie before, I think, the 28th.
Like 28th or 29th, I think is what she told me whenever I went in there the other day.
She posted the other day. So
I will say there are some days where she's like closed, so you will have to go to her Instagram to see.
I'm planning on going after my hair appointment tomorrow, so I can just spend all of my money.
Oh, I don't think I have anybody.
Oh, so we can go shopping after my hair. Yay! All right, that's all, folks. We will see you next week. What was the other idea that I had to talk about this week that we skipped, and we'll move it to next week? ChatGPT. So we have a hilarious thing that we are gonna do.
We can't give you too many details.
No.
I don't really want to give you too many details about it, but
come next week.
ChatGPT. It'll be really funny, and it'll be on next week's podcast because I know this one was long. So to anybody who stayed,
thank you.
Comment, what should they comment to let us know that they stayed for the whole video? The fairy emoji. I don't know why that just popped in my head. Comment the fairy emoji down below if you made it to the whole thing. And then be on the lookout for next week's episode. ChatGPT.
It's going to be hilarious.
It'll be really funny.
And it'll be way shorter than today's episode. But yes, we've got to run.
Last week and this week.
Yeah, and Trinity's a rambler and we talked about hair. So, bye.
Love you guys.